Well, hey YouTube, I thought I would bring you all an update on the Jag, since I haven't done one in a long time. Let me get situated here. Alright. So, right now, the car has 1,183 miles on it. Which we've had the car since the week of Thanksgiving is when we got the car. So we've had it 2 or 3 months. We've sorry, my brother's chasing me on his scooter. Anyway, we've had it since November, December, January, February, going on 4 months. It'll be 4 months, middle of this month. So far, the only problem we've had with it, which it's not necessarily a minor problem, is the gear shift. That's pretty much the only problem we've had with it. Other than that, it's been perfect, averaging 14.4 miles per gallon, which is all city driving. We literally have not had this car on the highway since we bought it. The only time we drove it on the highway is the trip back from Dallas when we got it. This is actually the first time I've driven this car in 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't driven it since I've had my new car. So this is definitely different. The steering in this car is actually lighter than that in my car. My car has a heavier steering, which is very interesting. This car still has lots of power and gives you lots of miles per gallon, and not necessarily many miles per gallon, but definitely makes you happy to drive it. It's just a fun little, or not necessarily little, but it's a fun car to just go around in. I'll put it in sport mode. Woohoo! When you put it in sport mode, it drops it down a couple gears. I was in 6th gear and it dropped it down to 4th. I have it in manual mode right now. But as you can hear, over the last 1,000 miles, still really quiet in here. Next to no wind noise. Road noise is kept to a definite minimum. It's definitely quieter than my Fusion, but this is a luxury sports sedan, whereas my car is a there's that noise. Whereas my car is more of a mid-size semi-family sedan, but it has a little bit of sport in there to it too. One thing I really like about this car is the paddle shifters. I wish they were mounted to the column, but they're not. But they are incredibly responsive. I mean, they are super, super, super quick. Again, as you can hear, this is a very, very rough surface. It's kind of a black top. Quiet. Completely quiet. No wind noise, hardly any road noise. The ride quality is very, very smooth, very settled. It's not rough and bouncy and bone jarring. It's definitely got a softer ride than the supercharged loaner car we had, but that's to be expected. That one definitely was geared way more towards performance than this car ever will be. So I mean, that's to be expected. Driving this car after driving mine feels very similar. I do kind of miss that rear-wheel drive push you get, but it's, I mean, I'm getting in my car 23.8 miles per gallon, I think, right now, which is a lot better. Yep, there's the noise. The fuel economy actually just went up to 14.5 miles per gallon. But like I said, I do miss the rear-wheel drive push. But, you know, front-wheel drive's fun. I mean, you can definitely have a lot of fun with front-wheel drive. But this car, I mean, like I said, this is the first time I've driven it in 2 or 3 weeks. I absolutely love how this car smells inside. It smells so rich and just like it's made of super high quality leathers, which it is. I mean, being a Jag, I wouldn't expect anything less. I mean, all this, the entire dash is leather, all the doors are leather. I mean, it's just a super nice place to be. And just, you take a whiff and you get that sense like, yes, this is a very nice British sports car. I mean, it's just, it is a blast to own. It's completely civilized and nice and very low-key when you need it to be, but if you want to have fun, it definitely will let you have quite a lot of fun. One thing about this car that I really, 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 really like is the paddle shifters. Well, I just said that. Sorry, I got tongue-tied. But the paddle shifters, one thing I like about them is they actually let you pick the gears. Are you listening, Ford? But the paddle shifters let you pick the gears. They won't try and stop you from changing gear. See, I just went all the way up to 6, and the car didn't try to stop me. But like in my car, it'll stop you or it'll change gears for you if it thinks so. But this one, you are the one that does the changing, not the car. And if you put it in dynamic mode, which I just did now, dynamic mode confirmed, the car will not change gear for you at all. And I could be wrong, and I probably am, but I may have just felt the suspension firm up a little bit. It feels a little more firm than it was. Let's take dynamic mode out. Yeah, I definitely think I felt it soften up some when I took it out of dynamic mode, which is actually really cool. I didn't know that this car did that, and like I said, I could be wrong. It may not do anything at all. But maybe it's just all in my head. But what's not fun about pushing a button with a racing flag on it? I mean, let's be honest. It makes you feel powerful. Yeah, this car, 1,100, almost 1,200 miles on it, has been such a blast. I mean, this car is one of those cars that you truly fall in love with. It's kind of irritating sometimes, especially when the gear shift gets stuck, but when it's good, it's real good. I mean, this is just a car that I myself would absolutely love to own one of these days. Personally, being more, I guess, of a purist, or not necessarily a purist, but more of an enthusiast, I'd like to have the supercharged car that we had in this color scheme with this interior and the black exterior. But I mean, I would definitely pick the supercharged, but there's nothing wrong with this one. But, anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and thanks for watching.